I love the way this paint has actually sort of dripped down, creating those sort of abstract waves. Welcome back to Flowworks, and yes, I know it's been a while since my last video upload. That's down to a number of reasons, and the main reason, COVID come along, completely turned my business upside down, so I've been trying to sort of restructure that. Also as well, throughout the whole year, I've basically been building this brand new studio that we're in today, and we're going to paint in today, so I'll give you a quick tour of that now. Okay, quick tour of the studio. I've got the main camera there, and we have a little room here that has got a toilet in, which is pretty handy, and there's a sink in there, which is cool. And then the main sort of painting area, we've got a 42 inch canvas on that wall. So yeah, that's a big space, that wall. That's probably about 4 meters wide. Got my table set up with all the paints, some more lighting, filming equipment. This is sort of storage area. And then in here, which I need to change the white balance on my camera. And then as we go into here, this was basically the main office space. It's now turned into a bit of a games room. As I say, COVID's come along, completely changed the way that we do business. So yeah, this is going to probably be a bit of a gallery for the minute. We might even be moving, not entirely sure yet, but yeah, I was going to hang some sort of paintings in here, the ones I've got left. So this has taken me basically a year to build. There's the outside. There's a glorious day today in Essex. And then we got the dartboard on this wall here. Haven't actually thrown a dart in a long while. But yeah, as we go back into the painting area, everything's laid out. So yeah, let's crack on. So that's just a real quick tour of the space I've got here to do some painting in, which is, yeah, just a fantastic space to get creative. So as I say, took a little bit of a break. I did not see this coming. I did not see how it impacts everybody's life so much. And yeah, it's completely impacted my life. The way that I sort of think, the way that I want to sort of go forward and start creating. So let's get on with today's painting. I think it's going to be an abstract landscape piece I have in mind today. I just want to sort of get back into the flow of putting some paint onto a canvas. Nothing too overcomplicated. Going to keep this one simple and something that you could probably do along at home as well. So sit back, relax, enjoy this one. Watch this video all the way through if you can. If you're new to this channel and just stumbled across me, I'm James. This is my Flowworks channel. I do a painting every single Wednesday, which, yeah, up until COVID was going absolutely strong. But I'm actually back now, so I'm going to do a series of videos every single week for you lot at home. So yeah, please subscribe, hit that bell notification so you'll be reminded every single Wednesday, 8 PM I go live with a painting, or I go live with a video. And feel free to put comments down below on explaining the space that you have to paint with. Let me know the room size that you paint in and what you have to deal with as well. The painful process that you have to go through to organise everything, to move stuff out the way, to get your paints in, to put your easel up. I'm just intrigued to know. Right, with all that being said, let's crack on with this painting on the wall behind me. Just before we start, I just wanted to quickly show you, I've got really organised this time. So I've got this really neat little box that holds all my brushes, all my palette knives. They're sort of really well organised in there. All this side is sort of my paint treatment management stuff. So all my gloss mediums, the flower trolls as well, they're all back there. In here is sort of all my paints, my whites, my blacks, all organised. More utensils there, water bottle. These are actually great. These are sort of bits of media that I mix up paint on. They're sort of a grey back that has got like a shiny surface to it, so the paint doesn't absorb into the media, which is really handy. And yeah, you can wash these up, wipe them, and away you go. And the fact that they're grey, fantastic. So when you're mixing up the colours, you can really sort of see those colours. And just want to show you on the floor, that is underlay for carpet. A great way to sort of protect your floor from all those paint spillages. And another great feature that I've put together is this sort of wall system, so we can get paint on this media without it damaging the wall. And that is just held on magnetically. I just wanted to share that with you, and let's crack on with this painting. Okay, to start off with, this is a 42 inch by 42 inch canvas, and I've taped off a horizon line. All I've done to do that is I've sort of measured from the top down, marked it and put some masking tape across. And you don't really want your horizon lines to be sort of dead in the middle, either sort of offset them higher or lower than the actual middle position of your canvas. Pre-mixed up some paint, and we're going to be working on sort of layers, and yeah, it's going to be an abstract piece. So yeah, to start with, we're just going to get that paint on there. Just wetting this with some water. Just going to try and sort of bring that down as well.
From chasing after the way you love me, keeping me up 2 cups of coffee. Baby, you make me feel so
I'm just chucking some of this into the paints and gloss medium with some paint conditioner. That will just basically make the paint go further and also give the paint a little bit more glossiness to the finished piece. You really want the paint to sort of go as far as possible. So yeah, this new colour that I've just mixed up, just a shade lighter than the one above. And we want to sort of take that shade all the way down to the horizon line.
Each time you catch me chasing after the way you love me, color my life up like confetti. Baby, you make me feel so lovely. I keep on running, no, I should've wanted I keep on pulling right into your darling, can't get you off my mind. So sweet, yeah, I need it from you. Got my hands all on you, sweet. Everything I want is sugar like yes, please. Love is like candy. Sweet, yeah, I need it from you. Got my hands all on you, sweet.
Again, it's just about making a start. I get quite a few comments where people say, I can't picture the composition in my head. I can never picture it, but until you sort of get some paint onto a canvas and start painting, then you'll sort of never ever have that composition. So the more you can just pick up a paintbrush, grab some paint, the easier it will become.
Keeping me up 2 cups of coffee. Baby, you make me feel so lovely. So sweet, yeah, I need it from you. Got my hands all on you, sweet. Everything I want is sugar like yes, please. Love is like candy. Sweet, yeah, I need it from you. Got my hands all on you, sweet.
So the bigger the canvas, you want the bigger the brush really, to get that coverage. You don't want to be sort of wasting your time with a small brush. You just want to sort of get blending those colours in. Okay, so we've painted all the way down to our horizon line. I'm going to peel off the tape. It's so difficult to sort of paint that line in completely sort of straight. So now we've got the horizon in. I've mixed up some greeny turquoise colour. Now this is where the fun begins. So
everything is twofold. What's joy is pain on the other hand. And what happens when the one that you love is the main cause of your suffering? I need you like I need air to breathe. I need you to save me from me. I'm caught in your wave, I'm drifting away. I need you to save me. Please don't let me drown. 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 Whoa. Give me all of your lies, 'cause you're my demon in disguise. I learned to love the
really going in with some white now.
keep closing in, and I don't wanna die, but your poison feels so right.
Okay, so we've got that in pretty quick. What we want to try and achieve now is go a little bit more abstract. To me, this is too much of an actual painting. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to grab just a little bit more of that white colour, and we're just going to whack that in on that horizon. Still got my definite line in there, but I'm just sort of picking up on some colour and spreading that over the top of that horizon. I want to sort of disjoint it in a way that you know it's there, but the abstractness is now taking over your mind, as opposed to looking at it as an actual seascape. Picking up on some heavy white, holding the brush at this angle, and then I'm just sort of pulling that in each time. It doesn't matter if you leave it chunky, that's an actual wave then. Bit more of this abstractness in the sky that we want going on, so I'm going to pull some of them across. I love the way this paint has actually sort of dripped down, creating those sort of abstract waves. Really cool. Maybe stick another one in there. And try and bleed your paint off of the edge of the canvas. Don't sort of paint your wave in like I've done there. Try and take everything off of it. It just looks more natural like that. You don't look at sort of the real world where there's a cloud sort of coming in and it's painted in. It needs to bleed off of your eye line. Really happy with this bottom section. Now just going to work on a little bit more abstract on the top section. That's the one. Just getting in that sort of abstract textured look, as opposed to making it too real. Adding in that sort of hint of burnt umber sort of really brings it to life. Blending in this sort of middle section as well. Step back as well, have a look where it's going. These waves have got a mind of their own, they're just completely dripping down there. But it adds to it, it just adds to it. Toning that down there. Okay, just picking up on some white and some of that grey. And chucking that in there. Some of that white, some of that grey. And chucking that in there. With those two last marks being done, I love the way these waves are still sort of dripping and the sky is now turning into a couple of drip marks. I think that's going to be a fantastic feature to this piece. You're going to look at it and think, well, that's either that's happened by mistake or that's done on purpose. But yeah, you could keep going with this and keep adding that depth and texture. I'm going to end this one here. Absolutely love the way these drips are forming in sort of the abstract way, as though they're the sort of waves crashing in and the sky is beginning to sort of drip down as well. So I love that effect. I'm going to let that sort of dry on the wall in that state. And as you could see how easy that was to do. So initially we sort of got the paint on the wall as quick as possible. And although it started off looking a bit too much like an actual seascape finished piece, You then start to introduce that abstractness where you're sort of pulling in the paint, and that's just a case of holding your paintbrush at sort of a horizontal level and then just pulling in that colour each time, nice and quick, big strokes, whack that in, and you start to get an abstract piece of artwork at the end of it. So yeah, this one, really happy with it. I do absolutely love these colours. But you can give this a go yourself at home. You can create a piece of art like this, and once this is framed on the canvas, it will look like any ultra modern piece of art that you've bought from a gallery. So give this one a go yourselves. Or if you don't want to give this one a go and you just like watching people paint, that's absolutely fine. You can get your hands on this original piece as well. We're getting a shop set up so you can purchase my works of art. And not only do we sell the original piece of art, which is fantastic if you can get your hands on an original, but we also professionally produce a handful of digital printed copies as well, which are hand signed by me, and also includes a certificate of authenticity. Yeah, watch out for my shop. My shop will be opening soon. Until next week, keep painting, give this one a go yourselves, and I'll see you in next week's video.